All right. Quick video, real quick. I just got done running, so I'm a bit sweaty. Fun fact: I am in pain right now, pinched nerve. Okay, so I've been kind of like in and out of here. I also told you there's nothing there. Of course, I got nothing to say. I got my whiteboard over there, but we don't need it yet. But we will be in a little bit. That's why I want to bring it up. Listen, there's something I wanted to tell you real quick because I was talking with somebody I know, man, and there's this thing that people get confused, right? So, yeah, as you know, there's always a possibility that anybody at any point in time can have any amount of money, okay? Now, to be fair, the majority of the population believes that if somebody is rich or if you get a lot of money or you somehow can make a lot of money, somehow they have that mentally programmed that one, it's not normal, two, it's not easy, three, it's hard, four, it's not important. Okay, here's the thing money isn't everything. You gotta understand something. Okay, you first of all, that itself is destructive because now you're telling yourself, "Oh, I don't need money. I can be perfectly fine with everything." True, okay, but you're telling yourself, "Hey, I don't want any money. No need for money. When money comes, all it does is bring me other problems. Everything is worse. But when it's like this is when you're genuine and authentic, and this is all you need in life." That's not true. Okay. There's somebody. His name is Proctor Gallagher. It's a video on YouTube. It's called The Law of Attraction, and this is real. Okay. I've touched on this a couple times in these videos. Okay. This is what I personally have been using to do what I've been doing. Okay. It's something that I've always been an intuitive person. Okay. I listen to my intuition for the majority of my life. Right. You always hear that little voice. Okay, now did I listen to that little voice all the time? Yes and no. But also you have to learn something. Um, that little voice can be telling you to do anything. That little voice, you can have it mentally to where you're at a level to where you're keyed in on that little voice is leading you to be the best version of you, or that little voice is leading you to be the worst version of you. Okay? Now, something that comes with that is money. Okay? You have to look at it like this. Let's say if I'm looking at I don't want to be rich just for the sake of money, right? Let's say I want the feeling of being able to take care of my whole family, right? Being able to something happens, let's say their water heater goes out. Okay, let's say that their roof is messed up. Okay, and then being able to be like, "Oh, I can actually come over here and help these people without hurting me." Let's say that is why you really want money, okay? You don't really want money because it's a lot of money. You want it for how it can make you feel. You want it for freedom, right? Being able to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Okay? Security for the reasons I just told you. Health to be able to take care of yourself and everybody else. So is money everything? No, but yes. Okay? Don't be ignorant. That is purely ignorance, okay? If you don't have money, that's fine. But like you can't make excuses in your head for it to be okay of why you don't have money. You gotta just like understand some things. Okay, that's just the truth. However much money you have determines like where you are frequency wise. Okay, if you're in a high state of attraction and you're just attracting a whole lot of things, you're going to have a whole lot of money. Okay, so if you're mentally and spiritually connected and in sync with yourself, and then enough to where it's on this physical plane, you can actually see that stuff into fruition. Yes, that individual is very good at, has a high level of attraction, has a high frequency for getting those things that he wants. And it doesn't just apply to money, it applies to multiple things. Um, I cracked the code on this part, and I'm trying to apply it in other aspects of my life to attract those. One of them was, getting these bad boys. Okay, check. Another one was the money thing, yeah, but that was important. Okay, so there's nothing wrong. BTC is fine. XRP is fine. Let's go over the plays again since we got to do it. Okay, Trump coin nailed. Kanye coin found it. Tons of money. Little coins in between. Vine coin still got, a couple other Kanye coins. We still think that those are going to be going to there. Okay, stock wise, Ford picked it up at $10, $9, $14. Old Realty was a play that we picked up around $58, $66. Sold that, moved on. Tesla, we in there at like 180, $200. Rolled that up to like 400 something. Sold that. Went into other long out of date calls in Tesla also. Hit Hershey's. Hershey's was about $200, $300. Rolled that up $40. Smashed that. Kodak, $4 or $5, hitting on that, still in on there, smashing there, still chilling. Coca-Cola got in there at 68, 62, rolled out. It's $80, 82, right, or $80, almost 81. Sold out, came back. What else we got? Tesla, Hershey's. Oh, it was Levi percolating, still in a good spot. Circle is the one stop, not just one, but one of the ones I'm watching. Remember, $500 stock. Been buying this thing since it was $100, $180, or $200. Either way, it went down to like 45, right? Had one good day rebound on the Bitcoin. Thing went up 35%, then it went up another 4%. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Um, and you're just gonna have to take it how it feels, bro. You gotta understand. Oh, when is this gonna happen? When is crypto gonna do this thing? When is this gonna happen? It seems like it's just like a played out thing, but let me tell you something. You're basically, it's only been like a year and a half, right? If that. Really, since y'all have been in here like that, since like key people came in there like that haven't really seen any of the upside at all, haven't reaped any benefits, would have probably been from like before Christmas time, like November, right? November till now. November, December, January, February. So 4 months. Okay, so you really haven't been there yet. Like I said, me personally, by August of this year, anytime between now and August, honestly, is when you're gonna get a move in that. And what I'm gonna tell you is, if you are sitting there and you're like, oh, I got this much money, but I'm waiting for like a really, really good buying opportunity, right? This is a very good buying opportunity. The ones before when I was buying are very good buying opportunities. You're seeing, this is like the probability. You gotta. So when I'm saying, let's say I see a stock, right, like Kodak. So I'm in there and everybody's like, well, what are we holding to? I think the calls I talked about, like $8 or $10 calls, somewhere in between there, 8 to 9 to $10 calls, right? So everybody's like, well, how do you think it can go? Well, $8 to 9 $10. The probability of that going there is like really high, right? It's right there. It's probably like, I don't know what it'd be. Let's just make it up. Let's say it's a 40% chance of it going there, right? But then I also told you there's a 7% chance that it goes to 60, or a 2% chance that it goes to 60, right? There is a percentage for the opposite also, because let's say that instead of I played it for going up, right? Let's say I played it going down, okay? For Bitcoin, where it's at right now, the odds of how it got here from where it was at just a bit ago when it was trailing on that it's like, it's not high, man. It's very low probability of how it got there. So what I'm trying to tell you is, it's rare for how down it is. Okay? If that makes any sense. It's just as rare as if something just spiked up crazily. Okay? That is a good dip. Now, if you're waiting on to buy it at 45,000, if you've been hearing that, that's cool. But what I'm going to tell you is this: always take a percentage of what you have or what you're going to throw in there. Buy bits. Okay? Do not try to come in and time the market. You can't time the market. You might get lucky. I know all about that. Everybody does. I'm very lucky, very blessed. I get it. But that is, general rule of thumb. Like, anybody that is new, I'd also do them like this. Anybody that I know that's new, that'll come with me and they're just not starting to trade. If I'm in something, we go get, like, if let's say we're up, right? It's got to be a decent amount of up. But I'm trying to hurry up and make sure that they get money out of that for multiple reasons. The main reason is that so they have a good association of doing what we're doing mentally, to where they actually come back, or maybe they actually want to learn more about it themselves. This is what this is all about. Okay, this isn't something for me to come over here and brag about what I've done. All I'm doing on here is helping, like, whoever is here. Okay, and it so happens to just track me and my progress with everything. So anyway, yes. So like, if you're waiting on XRP below $1, okay. And I have a friend that we talked about this before. I'm not talking about you, just but it made me. Other people gotta know. Okay, if you're waiting on Bitcoin to drop lower, this is a really good spot, and I would be buying into this. Okay. As far as what's happening on that other side, I'm telling you, they got the bill that they gotta pass, and then that's all they really need. When that bill is passed, this stuff is gonna do what it's gotta do. Okay. Don't listen to the media and the noise and what they're saying and the price that much. Correct. See your ranges on Bitcoin. Okay. That's it. What you mainly watch is what the big guys are doing, the boring stuff, like the banks, and you hear stuff about the OCC and what they're doing, and how Coinbase and these people are all teaming up with these agencies dealing with finance, right? And then, what I'm trying to say is, if that bill wasn't going to get passed, or whatever wasn't going to come to fruition with crypto, these guys behind the scenes wouldn't be making these moves with these big players. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you. All right, so you're good on everything else. Remember, bro, money isn't everything. But let's let's what do you call that? It's common sense. Okay, clearly definitely helps. And I would definitely like to have as much of that as possible. Everybody, as much help as possible. I'll take all the help in the world. There's nothing wrong with that. People have a problem today with like there's an addiction to struggle. Okay, and it's actually insane if you sit back and you actually look at it. People are addicted to struggle. They think that the harder you work for something, or the harder that you scrape, or the most stuff that happened to you, the better it comes. Like that's not true. It's true if you believe that. Okay, but I can so believe the opposite. Why not? I just get everything to me the easiest. What's wrong with it? It's just changing how you work, man. That's all everything is. Just everything is mental. If you change how you view things, you can probably do anything. Okay, so but be easy. I'm out of here.